this drawing is honestly painful to look at. So I decided to actually study anatomy, not just watch a couple of tutorials, draw 3 skeletons and convince myself I'd learned something. I wanted to see if I could actually understand the human body well enough to improve my own art. And then I came back to this. So the first thing that I did was look at some references and start copying them, understanding what actually it takes to make it accurate enough. And what did I learn? Well, I did learn that it's the muscle around the body that will help me draw a more accurate figure. But then again, it's not just about the figure. But there was one thing that was still missing. That was the flow. The flow of an artwork would be something like what the whole body is gravitated towards. And that's what I really wanted to practice. But once I got the hang of it, I started studying without references. The real test is whether you can remember anything once the reference disappears. So after doing my studies, I tried drawing some figures without looking at a reference. And yeah, let's just say I still had a lot to learn. But I could already notice some differences. After I was done with the core values of anatomy and also experimenting how fat and muscle works on the skin, I wanted to see whether I could take the construction I'd been practicing and actually turn it into a finished artwork. Once I'd done enough slow, controlled studies, I wanted to see what happened when I stopped standing around like a mannequin. Dynamic pose. So I picked some of the references from Pinterest. I started to notice that I was getting the hang of it. Now, I know I'm not an anatomy master. There's a long way to go, but I can see improvement. Alright, we've done the studies, we've drawn from reference, we've drawn without reference. I've tried different body types, practiced some hands, attempted dynamic poses. So now there's only one thing left to do. Go back to the drawing that started all of this. This is the drawing I was talking about earlier. And looking at it now, I can already see about 17 things I did wrong. So let's see if all those anatomy studies actually taught me anything. You can see that I did a lot of changes. And the thing is that I wasn't sure how the shape of the body would be. So as you can see, I do require a lot of improvement. I have not mastered anatomy, and there are still parts of the human body that make me want to close the drawing app and never open it again, especially hands. But I do feel like I understand my mistakes better now. From line art to coloring, now things seem to make much more sense. And honestly, I think that's a much more useful goal than trying to become perfect at anatomy overnight. Okay, I think we're done. Let's put them side by side. And okay, that's actually better than I expected. It's obviously not perfect. But the biggest difference isn't that the new one has better rendering or cleaner lines. It's that I actually understand why the first one wasn't working. And that was really the whole point of this study. I started this because I kept looking at my drawings and thinking, something is wrong. Now I can actually look at the same drawing and say, oh, that's what's wrong.